Hi, hello, my name is Blue, my pronouns are they, them, and today, we making a cake. Alrighty, so if all goes according to plan, you guys are watching this as Leah on the Offbeat is coming out. For me, as in I'm standing in line at a bookstore right now waiting for it to open so I can buy this book. Leah on the Offbeat, for those of you who don't know, is the sequel to Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, which is the book that inspired Love, Simon. I read the first book, Simon Versus, almost a year ago when I first moved to Vancouver, and I was completely obsessed. I've read the book 6 times, I've seen the movie 4 times. I'm so excited. So I was getting really excited for this book, and I was like, what can I do to like I want to do something for it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finally do one of those big goals that you're like, one day, I'm making a rainbow cake. And I got so excited about this idea of making a rainbow cake, and then I realized that Leah is bisexual, and we always need more bisexual representation in the world. But I was so dead set on making a rainbow cake at this point that I couldn't talk myself out of it. So we're making 2 cakes today. We're making a 6-layer rainbow cake and a layer bisexual pride cake. And I am so excited. I have the recipe written down in front of me. Usually I would use my cell phone for the recipe, but I am still having camera problems, which, yes, makes over 2 months now of camera problems. So this entire video is going to be filmed on my phone. So appreciate the fantastic quality of an iPhone video. I'm sorry, that's all I could do. One other little note is that I am vegan, so this cake is going to be vegan. That being said, I just Googled vanilla cake recipe. So you can either use the one I'm using and just use regular margarine and regular milk, or you can Google any old vanilla cake recipe. I will leave the one that I am specifically using linked down below. I have already made this cake once. Last weekend, I made my rat's tiny birthday cakes. Check out that video because it was super cute. And I used this recipe as kind of like a dry run to see if it was something I wanted to use for the whole process. First things first, we need to preheat the oven, which is right here for me. We're gonna get started on the actual caking process. Now today, for my lovely assistant, I have Castle, my stand mixer, who I got for Christmas this year. And we're going to get him set up. Now I do have most of the ingredients I need for this cake on the table, but I have one of those jumbo bags of flour. So this is just gonna be sitting on the floor. All right, so to make this cake, put off our mixer, we're gonna add 1 3/4 cups of flour. The recipe does say to sift, but I'm making 9 of these cakes, so I'm not gonna do that. We're going to add 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to mix that all together. And we need 1 cup of milk, or in my case, milk substitute, which is almond milk, because I live for this stuff. 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/3 cup of olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, or in my case, because I already had it, apple cider vinegar. And then we are going to add some food coloring right now, because I had a bit of a problem with mixing it up last time. And we're just going to start with the red cake. Place your bets now how long it will take me to get this food coloring everywhere. I think that was a lot. All right, and we're going to mix that up. Grab a spatula to scrape the sides. Now, to nobody's surprise, this cake is looking very pink. So we're going to add a little bit more red and then probably some blue just to try and deepen it at least a little. That may have been way too much blue. Maybe this is the purple cake. Yeah, change of plans, this is definitely the purple cake. I also got these neon, and there's a neon purple in here that we're going to try to extract. Drop a bunch of that in. And then scrape down the sides again. Okay, so we've got a lovely shade of purple now. Our cake pan that I soaked in grease. Well, that's probably gonna suck for me later. Yeah, I saw that one coming. In case it weren't already abundantly clear, I am not a baker. This cake is for my own personal amusement more than for actual educational purposes. And the plan was to make these in batches of 3, so I'm going to rinse all this off, start again, and do this whole process 8 more times. All right, so we've got our first batch of cakes ready to go in the oven, and I realized while planning this video that wearing a white shirt while baking was not going to end well for me because I'm a very messy person. So I decided this is my Girls Like Girls Club t-shirt. I'm just going to cover it in like paint and food dye and go look like a real summer camp club type shirt. So it's okay. I was fully aware this was going to happen. I accepted my fate. Let's get the cakes in the oven. Oh my gosh. So the food dye said neon, but like look at how neon our range of cakes are. Now let's hopefully start on the actual rainbow cake, meaning I need to figure out how to dye cake red. Maybe it just goes pink, orange, yellow. Maybe that's how the rainbow works, you know? It's fine. It's fine. So the red cake is still not working. We've got a very magenta color, which is nice, but it is not magenta orange yellow. It is red orange yellow. So I'm gonna pause and Google and see if there are tips on the internet. So according to the internet, you need paste food coloring in order to get a nice red color. And I didn't buy any of that, so from now on the rainbow just goes magenta orange yellow because I'm unprepared. It's just a magenta cake now. You know what? First color of the rainbow is magenta. It's not Roy G. Biv, it's M. G. Biv. It's Moy G. Biv. It's Moy G. Biv. I totally did not record the last, I don't even know how long. But hey, we have our magenta, our orange, and our yellow cakes ready to be baked. Our purple, pink, and blue cakes are still chilling in there. Almost done, but not quite. I'm really happy with how the orange turned out. All right, full disclosure, I got really grumpy and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be doing this right now. So I stopped doing it. I went and I had a little mini break. I got some food and I played a stupid game on my phone and I just took a moment. And now I'm good and I'm ready to finish this cake. One other thing to note is that I didn't grease any of the pans, the first 6 pans that I baked. And it was not as disastrous as you might think, because these are non-stick pans technically. Alright, so, well, the final 3 cakes are in the oven. I'm going to clean this up, regroup, and meet back here for the icing. Okay? Okay. Alright, so I chose not to use the icing recipe that was included with the original cake recipe because I made that one last week for the rat cake and I wasn't super in love with the icing. So I looked up a different recipe and we're going to try that one out today. And for this one, we need no regular sugar. I grabbed the regular sugar, we don't need that. I'm going to put 1.5 cups of icing sugar, 1 entire cup of butter. I need a spoon. I may have purchased too much butter. Thing measure butter because I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it. 2 teaspoons of milk and 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Do I think this is a stupid measurement? Hell yeah. Honestly, whenever they're like 3/4 of a, I'm like, oh, bitey. I don't have a. I'm just gonna. That is way more than 3/4. But you know what? It is just gonna be very vanilla-y icing. Ooh. To my roommate, whose fancy Mexican vanilla this is. Sorry, I genuinely thought I wouldn't use that much. We're scraping down the bowl again. We're gonna cream this together a little bit more and then add the other 1.5 cups of icing sugar. I also bought too much icing sugar because I have 4 of these bags. I don't use icing sugar for anything else, ever. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Wow. I'm actually proud of this. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get another bowl to transfer this into because we're definitely gonna need more icing than this. Alrighty, we've got our first 3 cake tenders here. Sounds like chicken tenders, but I was going for contender. Anyways, got our first 3 cakes here. I don't remember what order the bisexual flag is in. I feel like it's pink, purple, blue, but I don't actually know. Anyways, we're just gonna level these, remove the caramelization, and then worry about that because I'm very ashamed of myself. How many knives will I use? Wait, find out. The answer is probably too many. But here we are, and it is too late to turn back. Technically none of this was actually in budget, but you know what? Your baited girl only comes out once. Well, no, actually we spend our whole lives coming out, but you know what I mean, okay? I don't know if this plan is very well thought through. So I did Google the flag. I wasn't going to. And I was like, you know, before I make a total ass of myself, I should probably look it up. And it's good, because it goes pink, purple, blue. So I was wrong. Is anyone shocked? Because I feel like Star Wars is part of gay culture, let's be real. Look. It's looking like a real kick. It's happening. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, it's heavy. Look! It's a rainbow cake. I tried to kick my leg up, but I'm not that flexible. Comfort and chill. Listen, I'm really excited. Alright, so I took a little mini break. I put that one in the fridge. I tied it up because it's very messy and it's also basically bedtime. So the new plan is we're gonna crumb coat these and then just put them in the fridge overnight. And we'll finish this up tomorrow. Just gonna use this large and terrifying knife. Right, I'm gonna cut myself. Why do I always think this finger and I don't do that and then go to do them and I'm like, I want to reconsider your life choices there, friend. Alrighty, it's a new day. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon. We're just gonna make some more icing. Okay, oh, I'm missing a measuring cup. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna make 2 more things of icing. That's the plan for today. It's icing time. That was really anticlimactic. I'm sorry, was anyone else just greatly disappointed by that? I wanted $1. I'm still kind of disappointing, but whatever, man. That's life. I was like, this whole time, it hasn't been me, it's been the icing. I'm not that bad at icing cakes. Like, I'm not perfect. I could still use a lot of practice, but I was like, it actually has been the icing this whole time. My roommate's like, yeah, the icing and the right tools. And I was like, well, I'm halfway there. There's some crumbs in this. We gotta get rid of it. Ba-ba-ba-bum. It's got a very definite tilt. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but it's... You need to stick a broomstick right there, and we got ourselves a Sleeping Beauty cake. Listen, we support the whole rainbow in this household. Actually, I'm gonna put that in the fridge now that I'm thinking about it. Alrighty, it's been about an hour. I'm so excited. So we're gonna ice these one more time. There's not a lot of room in the fridge, and it bumped something. Okay, we're gonna finish icing, and then I have some sparklers. You think I would have learned after last time, but I have not. We have 10 sparklers and 12 birthday candles, so we can have a party. So I was telling my roommates some story about lighting sparklers last time, and my roommate just went, "Babe, you're supposed to light sparklers outside." And I was like, oh, that's the first I heard of that. So we're outside now. I bought rainbow candles. They're probably gonna be very disappointing, but I have some. Celebrate good times. Come on, burn it out. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Oh, we have an orange candle. Celebrate good times. Come on, burn it out. Let's celebrate. Burn it out. Celebrate good times. Come on. Okay. Is everyone ready? I'm not. Wow, this is a real janky slice. Oh my god! You guys, we did it! I did it! I made a rainbow cake! Look at that friggin' masterpiece. Listen, I'm really not mad at it. I'm kind of proud of it, actually. And now Leah's cake. Ah! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look at what I did! Okay, I paused for glamour shots. Let's try it. To Leah. There are definitely a few things I would change, like thicker. I cut off the caramelization from the bottom because you can kind of taste it, and thicker icing in between each slice. But like, it's really good. It tastes store-bought, okay? I'm not entirely convinced that I made this. This is a really, really good cake. To all of us, our bravery, our courage, and finally getting the representation that we needed. Damn, that's good cake.